I know I'll win because I won't stop. So let's look at ways on how we can be utilizing that story to be able to get more eyes on, whether we put one of those images in there, even though it's on our post, even though it's on our feed, we can still put it in the story. Look to use the story to, like put up the thumbnails of episodes. On my story, you can put up the notified episodes with a swipe up direct to them, so we can continually on a daily basis make sure we're sending people back. Obviously Jake does some all or nothings. They don't need to be repurposed every second day or so. They just go up on the day, but with the notifieds we can send people back to those and with the swipe up feature. So we want to make sure we're utilizing it. Good morning, welcome to All or Nothing. Brett Campbell's in the office seat, the reclining office seat. That's right, if you didn't just realise, I just realised last night that this was a reclining chair. Check it out, bang, see? Just made your editing even harder. Just got to use all those skills that you've been learning in your certificate, mate. It's good to know though, I've been going around telling everyone I've got the only certified Adobe Premiere person in Queensland. I've been proud of it, man. I've been shouting it from the rooftops. Go, oh, you do video? Oh, you don't? Is your guy certified? Nah. He's not Adobe. Oh no, of course he's not, because I've got the only one in Queensland. Anyway, so today's a busy day. Not so many appointments today, which is unusual, but it'll allow me to knock off the 158,000 tasks that I have compiled up that I need to get done and ready for our big announcement next week. Big announcement. We're going to show off Notified today. Some news came out.
I haven't fully read
Crypto. There was a guy who owned a shovel and he never fucking used it. Useless. What a waste of money. He got it on special. He got sucked in by the special and bought it. And he didn't even buy it for the shovel, he bought it for the special, which shows you how good specials are. Like Frank Walker tiles. To ingrain it into someone so that the first person someone thinks about when the word, break up or something, that's what you're going to be known for. For me, when people use the word Facebook, I pop up. That's not what I am. I'm not, I'm far more than that. That's just something that I've sort of been nailing down for like when someone says Twitter, I'm nowhere near even in existence. I don't even know how to fucking tweet properly, That's how much time and attention I put there, but it's because I've purposely, intentionally wanted to be able to put my flag up so that when someone does say, hey, I'm looking for a Facebook expert or someone who knows how to do Facebook, they think of me. So that means every post I do, every video, our vlogs that we're doing, a lot of the focus is around Facebook. It doesn't mean that's the only focus, but that's the flag we're putting up. So, from you guys, that the next steps from what you've got now is you've obviously, number one, got to fine tune, make it look good, etc., etc. Just the tidy up, that's cool. There's two things that you need to be doing. One, you need to be doing right now and should be doing all the time, continuously anyway, is we talked out last time about your fan page, putting up the message, getting clear on what you stand for and putting content out there that can help people. So that's just education-based marketing. That has to happen on a daily basis. And that could be done in a number of ways. Obviously, you've got your Facebook fan page. You could be done on images. You could be using infographics. You could be using videos. You could start a podcast if you wanted to. You could do webinar trainings. You could, there's so many things you could do, right? You could write blog posts. And that's something that has to happen regardless throughout. What you don't want to do is be like many people, is you'll get your product done and then you're sitting there with a beautiful product and you're like, okay, cool, now what do we do? Who do we get it out to? It's like, we need to be building the audience. We need to be building the relationships now. Yeah, so how do you flood the market? Two ways. One is you produce so much fucking content and you just keep putting it out there. Number two is you pay to play, right? So you take the best content that you've created and you put money behind it so it gets viewed by more people. And I guess as a subset is start connecting with other people in the relationship game. You know, like there's YouTubers out there, there's people who relationship experts, you know, maybe the dating world, like helping you get into relationships. Well, maybe you guys can do a collaboration, you know, as hey, whilst they're looking to get into a relationship, help people get into relationships, well, you're helping them be able to, I guess, the process of exiting amicably and then moving into another one. So the answer to how often do you boost your posts or how often do you run a PPE ad for your posts is when you think the content's good and it's getting good reaction. Because you could put $50, $100 behind a video and it just crickets, right? So you've got to do it sparingly. So don't just go and create a video and you guys go, yeah, that was the best, and then go and put a couple $100 on it. Put $20 on it and see what happens. And if it gets good reaction, the viewing time is good, there's great conversation happening around it, then you can go, okay, I'm gonna put 200, 300, 500, whatever it is. The key is, and I know you said the posts are getting pretty much no views. Number one, I personally don't think it's a good platform to be basing your fan page off, you know? Like we talked about last time, it could be something around relationships, like real relationships. And you could be posting so many different pieces of content. And I know it's hard for you guys right now because you're focused on sales of your course, but this is the long play, right? The long play of this is posting up a video of a 70-year-old couple who are, you know, walking down the park hand in hand, you know, having this amazing 50-year anniversary, etc., right? That's what can get shared around, because whilst you think you're in a small market, you're actually in a fucking huge market. Yeah, because you're in the alleyway right now, right? You're in the alleyway. You need to jump into the main street. Start running down the main street naked versus the alleyway. More people are going to see you. You haven't entered it hard enough, that's all. What you got to do is, like I said, you got to create content. I mean, we're producing content every single day. But here's the good thing, once you start creating content, you can repurpose that content. So you don't have to do what I'm doing, right? I'm doing it at a very high level because that's just where I've progressed to now. I never used to do that. I used to create one video a week. It was a 10-minute video and I'd talk about a topic. I'd upload it to YouTube. I'd then rip the audio off that, put it as my podcast, and then I'd post about it all week on social media. I'd also reach out to other podcasts and ask if they were looking for a guest on a specific topic. So I would then be featured on other people's podcasts. I'd go on and deliver the best value I could. In exchange, I just get heard by another audience. You know, another 10, 20, 10,000, 100,000 people hear me. And those are the things that you're not gonna get a direct return on investment from, because you just can't get a direct return on investment. Those are the hard yards. You know, when I sold my book, I did 50 fucking podcasts in 1 week. Like it was just, in 2 weeks, sorry, I did 50 podcasts. That was huge. I just talked about my story. I talked about questions they were asking. I was talking relative back to the book, because obviously my goal was to promote the book, but I was talking about the topics and what the book meant and what it meant for other people and why would they want to listen to it, and just sharing stories. But I had to reach out to a lot of people. You know, I put posts out on Facebook. Like if you go back through my feed months and months ago though, you won't want to scroll that far, but you know, I'm going, hey, is there any people out there who has a podcast and they want to talk about blah, 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 blah? I'm your guest, PM me and let's connect. There's a lot of people out there who have just started a podcast. They might have 50 listeners. You know what? They're looking for guests, right? They're really looking for guests because they're sitting at home going, fuck, who can I get on my podcast? Of course you are. So you need to put your flag up and go, hey, we're here to be a guest. Let us talk about this. And guess what? If 20 people listen to it, that's 20 people. There may be a customer in there. But what you're doing as well is you're building the relationship capital, you're building the value, you're becoming an authority in the industry. So that's what I'll do is for the month of February, get a calendar, print off a calendar online, write a blank one, and mark out what you're going to be putting out on what day. At the very least, very least, you need to be, I believe you guys need to be doing at least, you know, 2 pieces of content a week, right? 1 each. And guess what? You might put it up and it might get 2 likes. Keep putting it up. Repurpose it in 2 weeks, repurpose it next week. The people who win are the people who will remain consistent and persistent. I know I'll win because I won't fucking stop. That's why. It's probably not the best philosophy to roll upon, but I just know I'll win because I won't stop. If you want to be seen by more people, you just got to be seen by more people. You know, if you want to busk, right? If you're a musician, don't go and busk in the fucking corner of Timbuktu where maybe 2 people are going to walk past you. Go to the middle of Pacific Fair where hundreds of people are walking past and busk your heart out. Same thing with getting your content out there to the market. Fucking just put out as much as you can in front of as many people as you can. And if it means you need to produce 5 times more content because your content's not being seen by as many people now, well, that's just what you got to do. You got to play the game. It's like the rules change. You can cry at Mark Zuckerberg as much as you like, but the rules have changed. They're going to change. 6 months, I'll be talking about something else on Notified has changed dramatically, and people are like, oh, you just made some changes. Yeah, they're going to continue to. I've got a sneaky suspicion, and I'm hoping that I'm correct on it with the instant article side of it. They created it for a reason, right? Just because Facebook come out today with an article, don't think that they sat there yesterday and brainstormed this. Like, this has been coming in the pipeline for months, right? Features like instant articles, they were brought out for a reason. You don't have to be a news network, a Huffington Post. Be your own Huffington Post, you know? Be your own online magazine. So when people hear local news, they think news channel, news show. You are a local news. You are national or international news. But you gotta produce news. You gotta keep producing, man. Produce like a mofo. Like, I'm always thinking of how could I give the best content I can. Like, I'm not gonna think, oh, don't put that little bit there that I shared with a coaching client because then no one will wanna coach with me. That's not how it works. People will see it and go, shit, that was very valuable. And if they see enough of it, to get enough of an idea to go, okay, actually, I'd like Brett to coach me, or I'd like CMG to do my digital marketing. That's what it's all about. I don't know how website coders sit for days, and unbelievable, unbloody believable. Anyway, thank you for tuning in for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed. If you haven't yet gone and watched the episode of Notified, we actually filmed it today. You'll be able to find that on the interwebs. Head over to my Facebook fan page, or head over to the YouTube channel, bang bang, pong pong pong. You'll be able to get that at the end of this video, actually. But yeah, that's it, man. Wednesday. Fuck, it's over half the week. Already gone? Oh my gosh, this shit's happening too quick. So there we have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Let us know in the comments below if you took anything away from today. And if not, well, just let us know that you didn't. And thanks for watching. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching today's vlog. If you would like to tune into another episode, hit the video on your left. And don't forget to subscribe by hitting the link on the right.